Hello everybody, welcome back to On the Bright Side. My name is Daniel, and I'm joined by, Carnage over here. Shredder. Killer Croc. Spinner. We're watching My Hero Academia. Last time on My Hero Academia was a really awesome episode involving, Shoji's backstory and, the problems that heteromorphs face in this society and Shoji trying to change all that. Meanwhile, Spinner leads an army of heteromorphs. And I felt like Shoji brought up the very good point of, like, what's the point of this riot? What are we really doing here? What is going to change after this? Unfortunately, even though Shoji and Koda had developed new powers, they cannot defeat Spinner yet, and he broke into the hospital and is going straight for Kurogiri, which if he gets Kurogiri, that will be a big problem because our enemy will be able to gain the ability to warp, and we don't want that. So it looks like this episode, Present Mike is going to have to protect his friend Shirakumo. To maybe defeat Spinner, we'll see. I mean, he looks pretty crazy at this point, so if you guys are enjoying my Hero Academia reactions, then you should subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss even more My Hero Academia reactions in the future. We're getting close to the end of the season, and I'm sure you don't want to miss where this season is going. Let's begin. In 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I remember he pulled out a gun. We can't have this get more violent. Oh boy. We need to stop this. Oh, God. Just the hospital staff using their bodies. Yeah, are you gonna be able to hurt the people who aren't gonna fight back? I'm glad that, like, these people are seeming to be reasonable. Yeah, I mean, it's not... This isn't good for you, Spinner! Look at what you've become. No one followed you. No one followed you. You're alone. Well, one person followed you. His voice smashed through the armor. That was a great attack. Butterfly effect. I wonder that's referring to. My God! Relax! Ooh, we're done here. Do they have a new spokesperson? Yeah, I mean, it's moving. We finally are. For what? Of course not. I mean, yeah, things will change because of this. You just don't need to hurt anyone anymore. Yeah, let's go protect Kurogiri. Oh boy. I feel bad for Spinner. I feel so bad for this guy. I don't think that that's true, but I think Shigaraki actually became your friend, you know. Yeah. What's the last resort? Is it to kill Shirakumo? If it's... But can he do it? Oh no! Oh god! Come on! We can't let him get Kurogiri. Uh-oh! Come on! Come on! Come on! What's gonna win? Jesus Christ! I'm so tense! Ah! Is it the worst case scenario? Or what? Ah! So now what? News! Hello. Some crazy shit is happening in Japan. So all these battles are, like, changing the weather. I've never seen the weather get this philosophical. Ooh. Okay. I mean, based, I guess. We have to push past the limits. Ah! I mean, surely Dabi's gonna reach his limit at some point, right? It looks like you're about to get your warp ability back, though. Just melting buildings as he goes past. That's what I'm wondering. Well, I guess maybe the power that... God fucking damn it. Probably. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Everything keeps getting worse, man. No, they're gonna... Oh my god. So it's Toga using the twice blood, which means we have Sad Man's parade to worry about. Well, we gotta kill all of them at this point. Several minutes earlier, please stop doing this. Alright, Gang Orca. Let's put an end to this thing. Okay. That's still like a long time, fight-wise. I don't know if we did, but maybe we probably assumed. Nah, I mean, almost scarier. Ooh, nice. Oh my god. We should have been able to save her. I'm sad and stressed now. I'm so tense. Ah, Jesus. There's so many of them. Jesus Christ. These episodes are hard to watch, man. That's what I wonder. God, I know it's like a good tactic to keep your viewers engaged, to have like a bad situation and make it worse somehow. I also think that there is sometimes like a limit to like how bad you can make the situation before I'm getting tired. I'm like, oh, can we please take some more wins? We've only taken only a handful of wins, it feels like, in this entire battle. And nearly all of the wins that we did have been reversed. What a rough episode, man. I guess it just goes to show, like, how strong each of our villains, like, negative emotions are. It's like, positive emotions are great and all, but a lot of times people's, like, fear and anger and hatred outweigh those, and that's kind of what All For One is betting on. But oh man, I feel like this episode like is actually like negatively affecting me. My stomach hurts after it. I'm tired. I just like, we have to find a way through this, and I'm interested to I'm still like curious to see what that is going to be, but I don't know how many more more losses I can take in this, like, you know? How many more heroes are going to have to die before we can... Dabi got warped to Endeavor, and Toga got warped to Hawks, and there's also All For One there, who is, again, slowly rewinding, but that probably won't kill him for long enough. I mean, like, if maybe the rest of this battle lasts, like, an hour, you know, or something. If Toga only can do this for 30 to 40 minutes, then once that's over, that kind of, unless she has more twice blood, that marks the end of that, and it would be easier to fight her, but like 30 to 40 minutes maybe all she needs to overwhelm everyone. And meanwhile, Dabi, with his even greater power, is gonna take on like a wounded and beaten down Endeavor, and like, what do we do? And plus, All For One is there, so Jiro and Tokoyami are also there. I usually call her Kyoka. Why'd I call her Jiro? I don't know. But like, they also have to survive. I swear to God, no more of, like, I have a feeling that Bakugo might recover thanks to Edshot, but which makes me be like, all the kids need to survive. But now we have a bunch of the kids that are just like abandoned at their places. Like, I feel like Shoji and Koda's jobs are done, basically. But now we have, like, Uraraka and Tsu, like, there on the island, and now we have Ida and Todoroki also in the Kamino ward, and it's like, they've gotta still fight, right? I don't know if they're gonna, like, try and follow through the portals or something. They still need to be part of this fight, I feel. Like, they're not just gonna be forgotten characters, but also, unfortunately, we couldn't get Kurogiri. We couldn't, kill Kurogiri. You know, Present Mike may have hesitated, but I don't blame him, really, for that, because that's, you know, his best friend in there, or one of his best friends. I mean, he should have. As hard as it is to say that. Present Mike got spit out back at the coffin. I guess I'm kind of surprised that Kurogiri's not, like, can he not get within the coffin? Like, is the barrier keeping him out? Because I feel like the first thing to do would be take Shigaraki / All for One and out of there so he can use his decay powers. Or I feel like then the second thing to do would be to teleport Eraserhead and Monoma so that he can use his decay again. But it doesn't seem like he's going to do any of that. I guess we don't exactly know, like, the ins and outs of Kurogiri's teleport. Like, it can't be limitless, right? Like, I don't know. Like, is the limit that he can't get into the coffin because he has to physically be able to actually go to that place that he teleports things to? And is the limit that, like, he also can't, like, forcibly teleport people? Like, he seems to only be able to create, like, vertical gates. But I was wondering, like, if he creates, like, a horizontal gate underneath Eraserhead, then do they fall through, and then what? I don't know, man. I don't know how we win. I don't know why, if there are those limits, it makes sense, I guess, then why he didn't do that, but it seems like the easiest thing to do would be to try and get rid of Eraserhead so decay works again. I now understand why we switched to the Shoji storyline. It was secretly the most important one. Speaking of the Shoji storyline, his words did get through the mob and the actions of the hospital staff. I really like that, and I respect that the people put down their weapons because they realized that there was no point, and they realized that they would be fighting against, like, more innocent people. I mean, they can't really fight against doctors, right? It's, like, without a doubt, one of the job that's like most important to society and also is most selfless. I mean, I'm sure that there's people that become doctors for selfish reasons. See Monster right now, one of the shows that I'm watching. I mean, you have to acknowledge that, like, if we're gonna fight these doctors, then we're gonna be, like, stopping people from getting help, and then we really are the bad guys. When all they want is really, like, they just want to be heard. And luckily, it seems, I was saying this last episode, it seems like after this event, things are going to have to change in order for society to be rebuilt. But, of course, we have to get to society being rebuilt. And I really want to see this society come out on the other side. Watching episodes like this, where everything just gets worse and worse, it just makes you be like, we have to have hope somehow. But it's feeling pretty hopeless right now. So I'm just wondering what we can do to turn things around. I remember last episode, I think I said, like, maybe we'll get Shirokuma back. No. There's no coming back from being a high end. I don't know how easy it is for Present Mike to kill people with his voice. I mean, sound can certainly do that. He should have just brought a gun. The police had him out there. He should have just brought a gun and I don't know. I don't want to blame Present Mike for the situation, but if he had just been able to not hesitate. Can I blame Spinner for just having, like, such, like, I mean, realistically, the butterfly effect that this episode is talking about is, it all started with All for One. He was the one, you know, who manipulated Spinner into thinking that this is what he had to do to protect the lifestyle that he found with Shigaraki, who ended up becoming someone he looked up to, someone he idolized and his friend. But I just don't know if it was a two-way street. I mean, I feel bad for Spinner. I feel bad for the guy. He seems like he's depressed. Like, actually, he has diagnosable depression, and he's just trying to find some way to deal with it. The other interesting thing is that, like, there's kind of a subplot going on right now where there's, like, in America, you know, like a revolution, like anti-All for One calls are happening because the government is going to, like, try and negotiate with him, but obviously that's not going to work. Shout outs to the weather lady, to the hot weather lady. She knows what's up. It's kind of interesting that probably because of Star and Stripe, we are focusing so much on America and their response to what is happening. It also might just be, like, the most relatable country for the audience of this show, since a lot of us are Americans. And also, even if you're not American, you've probably watched American television and have some sort of reference about it. How do we win this? How do we recover from this? How do we financially recover? I just like how a lot of this episode, the Butterfly Effect was a really good title, but because a lot of this episode was just like, if things have been done different, we wouldn't have gotten to this point. If Twice wasn't killed the way that he was, Hawks instead tried to, like, befriend Twice and, like, you know, get him away from this situation. Would it have been different? I'm also really sad that, like, I was sure that we were going to be able to, like, talk Toga down, but now I feel like if she's being Twice right now, we kind of have to kill her. We might have to kill all of these villains. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case, but it's looking at this point to be, like, lethal. I mean, it's what Hawk said, like, kill him! Kill him! It's looking to be the only option. And it's sad that things have come to this, but it's either kill or be killed. God damn, I'm relating to Flowey from Undertale now. Oh no. Anyway, I hope that you guys liked my reaction, my, like, absolute despair in this episode. If you did, you can let me know by leaving a like, and you can subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss more My Hero Academia reactions going forward. And maybe there's some new anime starting soon. Maybe you want to keep a lookout this Friday. Also, feel free to leave a comment, and I hope that I can make your day better, and I hope that you continue to have good days. Till next time, take it easy, everyone. Just relax. Just take it easy after this episode. You're gonna need it.